and Native American cultures.
Justine, my daughter, was killed by a bullet fired by an agent of the state. I don't understand.
Justine's fiancé, Don Damon, spoke of plans to marry his bride in Hawaii at the end of this week.
I have immense gratitude for being the one that she chose.
Robbed of his wedding day, Don shared some of his planned speech with the mourners.
In Australia, they call it you're punching above your weight, all right? And that's really how I really had to step up.
While her loved ones gathered to honour the yoga and meditation instructor, the investigation into Justine's death continues. Detectives today given the green light to search the mobile phones of the 2 police officers involved in the shooting, including that of Mohammed Noor, who fired the fatal bullet.
I am reminded by Justine's death that love is not bulletproof. We must work hard to protect the people we love. We seek justice for Justine.
He can't bring his daughter back, but John Ruszczyk says there is one thing nobody will ever be able to take.
I still can say I love you, Justine. And that love is real, and that love remains.
Dimity Clancy, NBN News.
2 passenger trains have crashed in Egypt, killing at least 49 people and injuring more than 120. Several carriages were thrown from the tracks when the trains slammed into each other near Alexandria. Dozens of people spent hours trapped in the mangled wreckage as rescuers desperately tried to free them. Wild street parties have erupted in Kenya after the country's president was re-elected for a second term. But not everyone was celebrating. Fiery protests broke out in opposition strongholds amid claims the vote was rigged. The president has called for unity, describing his election as free and credible. A judge has thrown out a DJ's lawsuit against pop star Taylor Swift amid claims he groped her at a concert. David Mueller tried to sue the singer for $3 million, saying she cost him his job. The case was dismissed because Mueller couldn't prove the star set out to have him fired. Taylor Swift is countersuing the DJ for allegedly assaulting her. You'd have to be pretty brave to give this a try, a 106-year-old fruitcake that conservators say is still edible. It was found in Antarctica's oldest building where the freezing conditions have kept it perfectly preserved. It's believed to have belonged to the explorer Scott of the Antarctic. It will be out with the old and in with the new when the Reserve Bank launches an updated $10 note next month. The new look currency will go into circulation from September 20. The note will still feature 2 of our most prominent writers, Dame Mary Gilmore and Banjo Patterson. It's an unlikely friendship forged through rugby league that is saving the lives of some of the world's most underprivileged people. Rabbitohs coach Michael Maguire and a Catholic nun, who's a lifelong Souths fan, have joined forces to help the millions who are starving in Africa.
Ivy Curry has been a Souths fan for 50 years. Childhood memories from Redfern Oval remain vivid.
I can remember John Sattler. He was a great player. Bob McCarthy, I remembered. And then, Dennis Pittard, Bobby Green, so I remembered.
Her lifelong passion for the Rabbitohs matched only by a duty of care she feels for those less fortunate. Sister Ivy is a Catholic nun, heading up the Africa Relief Program at Caritas Australia. She spent 8 years working as a nurse in Kenya and Ethiopia and still regularly goes back to visit.
When I was young, when I was a child, I've always wanted to be with the poor, and so being a missionary was all I wanted to do all my life.
Ivy's 2 worlds collided after South Sydney's historic grand final win in 2014. She met Michael Maguire at a fan day and told him about her work. The coach shocked by the sheer number of people the sister is trying to help. 23 million Africans are facing starvation. Almost 1.5 million children are expected to die.
Her passion was probably the one thing that really struck me straight away, of how much she wanted to care for people. She's a real caring person and a really giving person.
Ivy's passion was infectious, the odd couple clicking instantly. For the past 3 years, Maguire has been helping Ivy raise awareness and money for Caritas's charity work, speaking at school fundraisers and opening the doors at his club for some of those doing it tough.
And it was then when I was listening to him that I thought, wow, he actually has a love for the poor, or he's aware of the poor.
If we can get the word out there about what Caritas does, and that they have a lot of need, well, it's something that I'm very passionate about.
In what's been a tough season at Redfern, Maguire and his players have joined the many who look to Ivy for support.
Her passion around the club and what she does around this team, you know, they can see what every fan of Souths is all about.
My advice is not to change the team, not to do anything like that. It's really just for them to really believe in themselves as players, as people.
Luke Duffy, NBN News.
Over to sport now with Sam Djodan. And Sam, what about those Knights that made it 3 in a row?
That's right, and last night was probably their best one yet. Coming up after the break, the Newcastle Knights thrill fans, slaying the Eels. And the Giants demolished the Bulldogs. The star forward Toby Green just can't stay out of trouble.
What are you up to? You think I don't know what you're doing? I know. Those spines won't protect you. You're mine. Now where are your eyes? Aha!
Whiskers, feed their curiosity.
The Nick Scarley Spring Sale. Enjoy up to 50% off selected items for stock and discontinued lines. Save up to 50%. The Nick Scarley Spring Sale. New Macca's Chicken Sides Box. 3 crispy tenders made with 100% Aussie chicken and 10 chicken McNuggets. Made for easy dinners, made for family.
Split system aircon installation from just $299 now at Harvey Norman. This means you'll get a reverse cycle split system installed for under $1,000. Hot deals on Fujitsu, Mitsubishi Electric, Panasonic and Kelvinator with installation from just $299. Get in quick. Offer ends Sunday. Buy a split system air conditioner now from Harvey Norman and get installation from just $299, which means you'll get a reverse cycle split system installed for under $1,000. But hurry, this amazing deal must end Sunday.
Help!